Okay, this is going to be a reading for Pisces. It's a love reading for the first week of August. I'm going to do 3 cards for your feelings, 3 cards for your person's feelings, and 3 cards for the outcome. So it's this weekend going forward into the next week ahead. I will clarify your person's feelings and why they feel the way that they do, get messages from them, and I'll get advice from Spirit, okay? So Pisces, Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Pisces' highest good. What are they feeling with regards to this connection in the first week of August? Okay, so we've got the 4 of Cups in the challenge position. It was upright and it sort of spun around. Okay, so I'm going to take it as a challenge. So it's trying to stay open-minded to new opportunities. Okay, there's 3 cups there. The person sat under a tree with their arms closed off body language, and they're refusing to even look at that 4th cup. It's Cancer energy, cups, feelings, emotions. 4 is a number of stability, 4 walls on a house, 4 legs on a chair. 3 cups is working together, it's celebration, groups. 4th cup is being ignored there. Okay, so we've got the 10 of Pentacles, that's a good one. So that's a long-term commitment. It's financial longevity, stability, security, material security, you know, having a house, a home, property, assets, a car, a business. It's long-lasting generational wealth, success, everything in fruition and wisdom from all stages of life, legacy, inheritance, roots, security, family, prosperity, pinnacle of success. Okay, so that's the end goal. So you might feel, it's Virgo energy, you might feel like you reached that, or it's something that you want. Okay, we've got the Hanged Man. So we've got a couple of cards now. We've got the 4 of Cups, which is being closed off to new ideas. We've got the Hanged Man, which is water energy, Neptune, 3, so it's introspective, waiting, sacrifice, hesitation, suspension, recalibration. So perhaps we are in a period where we're recalibrating to get towards the 10 of Pentacles. Let's get 3 cards for your person, Pisces. Okay, so we've got the 6 of Cups. That's a lovely card. It's reminiscent, it's nostalgic. It's somebody that has known you in a past life or in a past connection, your soulmates. Okay, so whether you had a relationship in the 3D or you've already lived one out in the 5D. The 6 of Cups is about balance, giving equally, being harmonious, in alignment. There's lots of flowers growing out of these cups. They're filled with abundance. Okay, so cups are emotions, comfort, steady gain, pleasure after hardship. So it's a really lovely energy, the 6 of Cups. It's very affectionate. Okay, they've got the 4 of Pentacles, so very stable energy. Focus on your home, family, success and abundance. So Pisces, your person is very settled emotionally. They're very settled financially, they're able to be generous to others, they're able to be practical, down to earth. This is water and earth energy. It's a person you can rely on, okay? Okay, so we've got the Three of Pentacles reversed. So this is... So in the upright, it's Earth energy, Capricorn energy. This is a sculptor. Reach out for the help you need when you need it. Is someone who is utilising cooperation, teamwork, creativity. They're realising a goal. It's coming together. Opening to communication groups and maturing. It's understanding you're not going to try to do everything alone. You're going to come together and utilise people around you for their skills, for their individual talents. In the reverse, it's low quality, mediocrity, lack of skill, preoccupation, isolation, sloppiness and group conflict. So a failure to work together, a failure to be harmonious, a failure to reach a goal through a shared commitment. Doing something without someone who's qualified to help you achieve it. Interesting. This is very practical energy on both sides. I'm not getting anything toxic, I'm not getting any lies, confessions, secrets, I'm not getting anything like that. It's a very wholesome energy. Let's get three cards for the outcome. I feel that Pisces, your person, is a very reliable person. They don't, they're not forceful, they're not foolish, they're not rushing into anything. They're a very steady, grounded, practical, caring person, very trustworthy, very reliable, very gentle. I'm kind of getting that you're a little bit closed off and a little bit, maybe you think you don't need this person, or maybe you think, you're not sure where to go next with this connection, even though you're happy in it. What is next, what's ahead? So we've got the Eight of Pentacles, which is find a work-life balance to protect your creativity. It's someone who's diligently working on their trade, their talent, their profession, their education. It's someone who is a really hard worker. I mean, the fact that you've already got this Ten of Pentacles says to me that you're incredibly successful. You have already got assets, you already have established wealth. You might be someone who's older, you might be someone who's retired, you might be a retiree. This could represent a hobby, maybe it's not necessary to occupy yourself and continue to better yourself or gain another qualification, another course, or another skill, another trade, but it's something that you're doing by choice, because you're wondering what's next. I get the sense that this is an older couple, a retired couple, or someone who's near retirement. It's someone who's established and secure. This is what I'm feeling. I don't feel cheating, lying, stealing, frivolity, love bombing. I didn't get anything young or immature from this. Let's get 2 more cards. Okay, so the Eight of Cups has fallen out, which is Pisces energy. It's about confidently walking away taking action, making a change, going on a journey. Dissatisfaction, separation, lack of sense. So you might just be thinking, I need something to focus on. I'm bored. I need, a new goal, a new phase, a new chapter. For example, if you're older, your children are grown, they're at university, or they have a home, they have a family of their own, there's not so much going on. You might want to get into property, you might want to start a business, you might want to occupy yourself with hobbies and pastimes, join groups, communities, get involved, with charity. You tend to want, as you get into your 50s, 60s, 70s, you're more focused on leaving a legacy, helping others, giving, a sense of a profound when you're in your 30s and your 40s, you're all about status. When you're in your 20s, you're about having fun. But as you get older, once your children are grown, you tend to be concerned with what's going to happen after I'm gone. What have I done with my life? You're looking for meaning. You're looking for, continuing to grow, personal development, explore more of the world, explore more of yourself, find other things that make you tick, continue to explore your religion, your culture. You tend to look at your family roots, and it's about, what am I looking for? There's a word. You want your life to have purpose. You want your life to have purpose, to have meaning, to be profound, you're not just kind of looking for the days to kind of plod on by with not too much going on. You want a sense of purpose. And you can totally actuate that, okay? So I feel like we're leaving, boredom behind, and we're venturing into something new. I just don't get any issues with the relationship. I feel like this is two very settled individuals, quite contented individuals. There's wealth, there's emotions, but we're just feeling a little bit lack because we need a bit more going on, something to get our teeth into. Give me another one for outcome, please. What's the outcome for Pisces and the person in this first week of August? Okay, so we've got the High Priestess. It's 2, which is a number of balance. Balance of opposites and decisions. Trust your own counsel first. It's water energy, Pisces energy, moon energy. Trust your own counsel first. Change, fluctuation, wisdom, sound judgment, common sense, awareness, intuition. Yeah, so it's about, perhaps people have offered you, ideas for what you could be getting involved in, investing in, you know, endeavouring to spend time on, and you know, you're in a period of kind of reflection, but internal, kind of like, just give me time and I will look for the answer within myself. You know, I'm not going to jump into anything. There's plenty of time to find something that I want to do, that I want to work on, that I want to get better at, I want to explore, and then to actuate it and go off and do it, leave that sort of dullness behind in search of, you know, something exciting. What we need is, there's no ones here, there's no action, there's no progression. That's why I think you're very mature, energy is very settled, very earthy, calm. There's a lot of pentacles and a lot of cups here. You are a water sign, you are intuitive, you are very compassionate sign, very empathetic sign. You are able to dream up your own ideas, your own creations. Yeah, and there's no rush. So trust your own judgment. Perhaps there's something your partner enjoys doing and you know, you don't want to work together with them on it, or there's something you enjoy doing and they don't want to work together on it with you. You don't have to have the same hobbies. There is such a thing as spending time apart and having your own, you know, things going on and coming together and telling each other about your day. Or, you know, you can have too much time together and get under each other's feet and annoy one another. And then there's bickering that happens just out of boredom and frustration. So definitely like a time for self-exploration. But let's get clarification. Why the Six of Cups for your person? Why the Six of Cups, Spirit? It's a lovely card. It's a lovely nostalgic energy, earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you could be with someone who's a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. It could just be a lovely earthy, practical pentacles energy, focus on the house, the home, someone who loves being at home a lot, someone very calm, settled. You know, they don't need, you know, to constantly go out or do things. Why the Queen of Pentacles, please? Some people take pleasure in making a beautiful home, you know, and maintaining that beautiful home. That gives them a lot, and a lot of people appreciate that and love to visit it. But you might be somebody that's like, you know, established the Ten of Pentacles, and you need some Wands energy, you need some enthusiasm, some passion, some creativity, some energy, you know, some spontaneity. Because I'm seeing a lot of earth and a lot of water here, but I'm not seeing, you know, it might be someone who needs swords energy, like Libras, Aquarians, very much about colour, you know, Geminis as well, like intellect, using that left side of the brain, logic, you know, mixed with the right side of the brain, creativity, problem solving, a kind of artistic flair, you know, pattern, colour, design, thinking outside of the box, being adventurous, being quirky, being well put together. There's a lot of positive that comes from air energy and fire energy, and I'm not seeing any of that here. This is a little bit stagnant, I would say. Look, we've got air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So your person might have earth and air placements. or they could just be, you know, intelligent, intellectual. They might be someone who is in sort of like, they're embodying like air energy, which is communication, intelligence, clarity, truth, honesty. Why have we got the Three of Pentacles reversed? If you are feeling a lack, look at what you've got a lot of in your birth chart and look for the opposite. So I look for people who are fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, when I'm a bit too introverted, a bit too much being a homebody, too much at home, and I need a bit of spontaneity, a bit of loud music, a bit of high energy, a bit of laughter, a bit of frivolity. I look for someone who's a fire sign to spend time with, or someone who has fire placements, heavy fire placements. You need something to counteract all this earthy and watery energy, because earth and water, you know, makes kind of stagnant, muddy ponds, doesn't it? Water that sits still, it gets stagnant, so you probably just need to shake things up with some outside influences. Commitment, so things are getting serious. So you've got the Three of Pentacles reversed, so I think I'm just going to take that as this is a very established connection, and the answer isn't in solving any problems with commitment between the two of you. I think you're well settled into your commitments towards one another. I think the answer lies outside of working together. I think you have individual pursuits that you could be spending time on and spending time apart in order to strengthen the relationship, because you can just have too much time together once you're retired and do each other's heads in, quite honestly. Might not be that you're retired, you might be two people that have gone travelling, or you might be, you know, two people that have, I don't know, a lifestyle where you've got more free time. You know, some people have professions where they work extremely long hours, or they have a trade where they're always doing overtime, moonlighting. They'll work for a company but work for themselves as well. You know, you could be someone who working part-time, you know, or a sort of job that requires less stress, less responsibility, so your time's your own, and you clock in, clock out, and you might just be like having too much time together. Or you might already work together and live together, and then you need time apart. You need to allocate and designate large amounts of time away from one another in order to not do one another's heads in. But I get the sense that you're already established and that you're possibly older, both of you. There's very settled, mature energy. Lots of wealth here. That's, you know, end goals, that is. So it's like, yeah, and people can be retired young. You don't have to be an older person. You could be someone who is like a retired footballer or a sportsman, or, you know, celebrity, or someone who, you know, you've had success, which means you have wealth, but you are bored out of your brain, you know, and you often have an identity crisis when you stop working. It's very important to explore yourself. Yeah, create some distance. Have a healthy amount of time apart from one another in order to come back together, you know, and have a richer conversation. Because if you're together all the time, what are you going to talk about? If you go out for dinner or you go on holiday together, there's nothing to say to one another because you're always together. Just a few more months, good things come to those who wait. Okay, so planning on a new phase but not quite sure what it is yet, needing time apart to come back together. Right, why have we got a High Priestess? This is about trusting your own intuition. The answer does not lie with your partner, it lies within yourself, okay? So electronic issues, communication issues, review everything. Yeah, it's a time of reflection. Mercury retrograde is a time for a lot of inner work, reflection on the past, thinking about what's happened previously, going over it, processing your emotions around all of that, putting things to bed. It's also a time of dealing with day-to-day responsibilities, practicalities, contracts, subscriptions, legalities, checking details on things. A lot of mistakes can be made, you know, glitches, delays to paperwork being processed that's legal. I get from this just a period of, I wouldn't say there's healing to be done, but I think just be careful how you communicate with one another and protect each other's feelings when you're discussing all of this. I mean, we're going into Mercury retrograde in the next 24 hours, so I'd say that this might just represent a time frame for when this is, you know, a good time to kind of like explore yourself, explore options, possible interests, possible endeavours. Let's get messages for your person. So why have we got Earth sign with the Six of Cups? Time to ground yourself. Well, Earth energy is grounded. So perhaps they need to embody Earth energy if they're not an Earth sign. Now we've got Air sign below that with Queen of Pentacles, which is very positive, trustworthy, practical, grounded. Sex. Look, we need some air energy, some spontaneity, creativity, thinking outside the box. We need some fire energy, you know, passion, creativity, libido, you know, letting go of inhibitions, spontaneity, ego, you know, self-esteem. We need to shake this stagnant energy up. Give me one for commitment, please. I think we should see other people. Okay. Well, you can take that as a very literal, you know, not wanting to work together in a business sense, not wanting to stay in a traditional relationship with one another, conservative, traditional, orthodox, what am I looking for? Monogamous. You could take it as they want a polygamous or polyamorous relationship. You could take it as they want an open marriage. You could take it as they just don't want to do everything together all the time. That you need to actually, you know, invite friends to have dinner with you. You need to go out, you know, and have your own hobbies and spend time with friends, and come back together so you've got something to talk about, you know, later on. Or it doesn't have to mean a breakup or they want to be with someone else, but I think there's too much stagnancy, too much time together, too much sitting around, getting under each other's feet, and it's possibly just confirmation that, you know, there's too much too much looking for the answer within the relationship. You need to explore yourself and your hobbies and your pursuits, what makes you tick, find things that, you know, stimulate your brain, stimulate your body, stimulate your creativity. The world has so much to offer. We can't rely on our partner to bring excitement all the time, to bring creativity. We can't just sit around hoping for interesting things to happen. Go out there and enjoy this time that you've got for yourself. You know, you don't even have to go out. Like, you can paint, you can read, you can, you know, craft, you can read about spirituality, explore other religions, you know, just to be a studied, learned person, read about art, read travel writing. You don't have to physically go anywhere or spend money, but you may want to just open up doors to different rooms with different things to be explored, you know, like, just open up your world, like, broaden your horizons mentally, stimulate your brain. It's very, very good for you to continue exploring, evolving, you know, stretch your mind, because you become a more interesting person to spend time with, and you behave differently when you invite people over for dinner parties. You kind of both behave in a more formal way, and you tend to, the dynamic changes, the energy around the dinner table changes, and you see each other in a more attractive light, because you see the social skills that you're exercising. You sort of fall in love with each other all over again, because I don't know, it just, yeah, the dynamics changes when there's other people there that you do like, and you do like spending time with. You sort of bounce off each other, don't you, and it goes really high vibrational, and you just, yeah, you can have a really great time where you thought you were bored with your person. You're actually not. Can you give me one for distance and 8 of Pentacles, please? So this is like the need to, or the desire to work on something and keep growing and expanding, personal development. Oops. So we've got no. You have so many choices and options. You and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. Education, detail, perseverance, overly careful, apprenticeship, talent, high standards, skill. You have so many choices and options. No. Give me another one for that, please. I'm terrified. Love is the answer. I worry about us a lot. So someone's got those thoughts and they are worried about you looking outside of the connection. But I don't think that's what the issue is here. I think it could be, but I think you've got to give someone the freedom. You know, if someone like seems to be changing a lot, that can be scary and it can be alarming, because you think you know someone and you think you know them better than they know themselves, and you're like, well, you're changing, I don't recognise the person that you are. But in reality, we're all changing all the time. We're not the person we were 20, 30 years ago. And nobody should be, because that would be boring, and that would mean we haven't learned anything, and we haven't been anywhere, and we haven't done anything. So I'd never want someone to be the person they were 20 years ago. ideally you grow and you change at similar rates, but sometimes it can feel like one of you is changing too quickly, or you don't recognise the pace that they are. It can make people fearful if they like being at home a lot and you start going out loads. That can really like terrify someone, but I think it's small changes over time. We'll get some advice. But we've got the Eight of Cups and Patience, so I think this is creating a bit of anxiety in one of you. Whether that's you or them, I don't know. Now's not the time. I would do anything for you. Yes. I'm too afraid to talk to you. Perhaps there are tensions in the relationship, but I didn't get any sense of betrayal or cheating or nastiness or conflict. There's just nothing like that here. Why have we got Mercury retrograde and the High Priestess? Words do hurt. See, I said for that, be careful how you explain to your partner that you need more. You're going to be doing more, going places, reading different things, you know, exploring hobbies and interests that maybe they don't share. Give me another one for the High Priestess, please. It says trust your own counsel first. So you, either way, you're going to have to do what, you know, you've got to serve yourself and make sure you are stimulated, you are fulfilled on a day-to-day basis. I sometimes wonder if you care. Maybe this is just, maybe there is a need to find, you know, some things that you enjoy doing together, as well as apart. Maybe you know, a kind of interesting holiday or activities planned where you are creating memories together. You know what can really like pull you out of a rut is go to somewhere really different, go to like a total country or part of the world you've never been to before, and just put yourself around different people, different things, different places, and shake things up, because you've got the money to do it, you're established, you've got the time to do it. You know, it's like becoming a student again, have a gap year. There's a need, isn't there, to shake things up here. Even if you have a lot of routine and order and practical and everything's taken care of, that can make you go a bit crazy sometimes. So you need to take yourselves out of your comfort zones and break up whatever routines you've got in place, because you've done well to establish what you've got, but it's time for a change. Let's get some advice. If this reading does not resonate, don't take it, it's for someone else, okay? And not to worry, but if this is your story, I would completely shake things up, because it just seems like everything's gone a bit too predictable, a bit too practical, a bit too routine, okay? We need some fire energy and some swords energy. Inhale, sorry, inhale, exhale. Okay, so it's not a time to panic. Someone here is very anxious, but you're in this together. Okay, you do it. I know I was talking about doing a lot of things separately and maybe spending too much time together, but if you're actually just bored and everything's got stale and routine, just create a gap year for yourselves. I watch a couple on TikTok and they have a camper van, like a friendly van, and they travel all around beautiful places. They take the dogs with them and they are just living their best life. You know, if you've been used to having a lot of responsibilities through work, not having time for yourself, taking care of, you know, little ones, once the nest is empty, it can be really intimidating and you're like, what's next, what now? But a lot of people have a whole new start of a wonderful adventure when they get into that phase of their life, and you're very lucky to have that time together to do that. However long you get, make the most of it, because a lot of people have poor health, or unfortunately, you know, life is cut short for them. And you know, this is just a recalibration. This is an opportunity. It's not an ending, okay? I strongly feel that there's no drama here. I think it's just got a bit too stagnant. You need excitement. You know, and that can be mutual. If you two, like earthy, watery sign, that can be mutually, you can be equally responsible for that. You know, reflect on it. It's no one's fault, and it's not about the relationship being wrong. It's just that you need to take yourselves out of whatever stagnant routines you've got into. Take yourself out of that safety. Anything you want to find, it's out there somewhere, okay? Get out and explore, see the world, enjoy this new freedom, reframe your thinking. You're not too old, you're not too, you know, boring, you're not too, you're not too anything. You are a wonderful person, you're capable of so much, and you need to get out there and see the world, because the world's a wonderful place to be. So you are extremely abundant and rich if you have time on your hands and you find yourself with less responsibility than you've had in many decades. Enjoy it, you know. Or if you're young but retired because you're, you know, a celebrity or an ex, you know, sports person, like, enjoy. Like, might be someone whose business has really taken off and it's shocking, you know, and you're like, I don't know who I am now that I've achieved whatever I've achieved. Like, what do I do? Like, what do I do with this wealth? What do I do with this time? Begin again. Okay, you're gonna have a life over and it's gonna be amazing. Seek inspiration in unusual places. What have I just been saying? Don't take it too seriously. Find the fun, okay? Find the fun. You will find that in other places and with other people, okay, who have different zodiac placements, who have fire and swords energy, okay? Fire and air, sorry, or wands and swords. Yeah, so Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Okay, very, very mentally and intellectually stimulating, very creative, very adventurous, spontaneous signs, okay? Alright, thank you, Pisces.